Hello, my brothers and sisters. Uh, I hope you all are doing good all over the world. Welcome to Dr. Young Mangor uh, TV. Uh, it's um, it's been a while. I haven't been running the program. Just been like caught up with some few things for last 2 weekend. Uh, I hope and I believe that you all are doing good. Uh, in back home in South Sudan and here in diaspora where all are residing in. Um, my voice is a little bit low, but I just wanna. I'm recovering from a lot of things. Uh, It'll be like tiredness or like a lot of things that I've been going through. Uh, but I'm good to go. Blessings and glory to God for the health and it just uh as I say, I hope you all are doing good. And today programs I wanna tune in into things that have been running on the program, such as uh, segments that I talk about regarding our country, which is South Sudan, building South Sudan on building it people, building the places and the system or like the institutions and things that our country need, as I keep always talking about them on this platform or on my media to educate ourselves, to um to inform ourselves and let us understand not only as people of South Sudan, but understanding the world as well, uh, to make sure that you as a person who have come into the world know what you are doing as a South Sudanese. And uh, so one of the segment that I keep running here is understanding people, you know, understanding people or like building people, uh, and then talk about you know understanding the world or the world itself that you live in. So today I wanna talk on understanding the world. You know, especially I'll I'll put it into two separate uh, pinpoint. Uh, One of the thing I really want to talk today about before I goes into like other things is what happening with South Sudan and America. Uh, if you someone who been watching all over a few weeks or a few months, uh, you probably been seeing what is happening in South Sudan with America. Uh, America shipping criminal to South Sudan, and we South Sudanese seem to be like okay with it. So I want to touch base on that, and then the second thing that I will touch base is what is going on in the world uh, with the war that we are seeing them and especially the Europeans and the Americans and the Russians and the Chinese, how they create this war to basically they make money out of it. First of all, that's what you need to understand. They It's a business. War is a business. They make guns, sell guns. People go and kill people off. Uh, and I will talk about those kind of things, as you can see underneath it, the war of America, Europe, Israel, Russia, China, and Iran, you know. But what I want to talk first here is what happening in South Sudan itself right now. I think the government of South Sudan and its foreign affairs office, they have failed us as people so badly because, as I say here, these things that I'm talking here are things like to inform ourselves, educate ourselves on the issues that are we been deceived, we been misinformed, and we're just sitting there not knowing what we're doing. So the the issue with America shipping criminal to South Sudan, as if you're someone who have been saying it recently or like few months back with all the dramas and all happening uh, with the Minister of Foreign Affairs. Uh, I don't know where the president is. Seems like president is busy with other things. He doesn't want to talk, or uh, they talk at the back door with the American presidents, and then. But my brothers and sisters, this issue is a big issue that we as people, if we don't want to address it, if we don't want to make noise about it, to let these people understand that what they're actually doing is wrong, then we will see the result of it in in the future. Because it's not only these people that are being shipped to South Sudan with a criminal record. Uh, these people are killers. They they're murderers. They're warlord. They're drugs lord. These people they have. That's why they goes into prison because they did crime and they probably kill people. They have connection all over the world with people with money. And so for the government and we as people of South Sudan, if we don't understand the background of these people and the America is shipping, is dumping its its criminal to our country, and we can't be able to say no. First of all, it's a breach of our sovereignty as people, as a country. It is like a really big shame on even the president himself for him to be forced into this kind of thing. Uh, it's a shame on us as people uh, for one country to force another country president to take it rubbish and dirty things and say it's like in the name of like, oh, I'm gonna give you money because I know these people are getting paid. Our presidents and all the people that are working with them, they're getting paid, for them to get these criminal into the country without understanding the consequences that will gonna come in the future with these people that they're bringing into the country. They're dangerous people. So yes, they're getting paid. The government is America is paying our government for them to accept, let them keep quiet, shut them up, and then they like as we seen earlier, they've been threatening, our citizens who are living in America that they're gonna go and cancel their visas. And so they're using tactic, they're using way to let us be silent as people and accept these criminal come into our country. And what we people not understanding, including the president himself, is first of all, as I say, we are a sovereign country. We recognize all over the world. We have laws. We have, uh, sovereign. And so it's a breach of our sovereignty. And secondly, uh, it's not good thing for us to accept other people criminals. It's not only going to end with America. Maybe other countries who have criminal like British and other European big nation might see South Sudan has another alternative of shipping not only criminal but migrant. They'll be like Rwanda and other places that the Europeans has been using recently to ship their migrants. So, my brothers and sisters, if we don't understand this issue and we stand up on it, because right now I see no one talking about it. They just like, oh, they are bringing the criminal, deported them. But no one want to make noise. No one want to make ask these people, our presidents, our politicians, like, why are they accepting them? Why can't we be like South Africa who have rejected them? They rejected America. They're like, no, we don't need your criminals. Nigeria, it's one of another country in Africa that they have rejected American criminals. Why can't we be like Nigerian and South Africa? Yes, of course, they're big countries and they're wealthy. They don't need money from America, but why can't we stand on our feet as South Sudanese people, as a South Sudanese politician and president, and say no to America and let them shut us down in whatever way they want to, and we go and fight them in the court of law because what they're actually doing is wrong. Who who give them the authority? Like they say, oh, the American court have given the president Donald Trump authority to eh, export or deport immigrant to South Sudan. Why is other country judge or other country uh, court is deciding our laws on our behalf? Shouldn't be our court or South Sudanese court is the one deciding, okay, the American should bring in the criminal to South Sudan. But it's the other way now. American court is actually the one deciding that it's okay for them. It's letting the president Donald Trump be okay to deport criminal to South Sudan. Shouldn't it be the other way? Shouldn't it be like our presidents and our courts and our politicians the one approving American to be the one uh, deporting their criminals into our country? Shouldn't it be the other way? That's how you know there's something wrong. There's something not wrong here. It's not adding up. First of all, the presidents of America, Donald Trump's and its foreign minister of foreign affairs, forcing our government into taking these criminals by force and threatening us that they're going to cancel our visas. The people who are residing in America legally, it's not illegal, legally. They say, oh, we're going to cancel them if you don't accept our criminal. Those people who are in America, they're not criminal. South Sudanese, they're not criminal, most of them. And then they came in and they're like, oh, their court, the American court, have proved that their president should have laws and right to deport their criminal to South Sudan. And I'm like, what's going on here? Why is it it's American judge or American court is the one approving to be the one that saying it's okay to to take criminals to South Sudan? Shouldn't it be the other way? Shouldn't it be like us, we, South Sudanese, the court of South Sudan and its presidents and its politician MPs? Shouldn't it be the one that making the law and approving, saying yes or saying no, that there's American is not bringing in their criminals? That's how you know there's something wrong. First of all, the forcing us into it by force, threatening. And then secondly, they're using manipulation here, no blackmailing, and they'll go and pay people in the government with some money. It's like, oh, if you don't do this, we're gonna cut your aid, we're gonna cut your visas. Come on, brothers and sisters. For how long we're gonna be begging people who are doing us evil? Because these are evil things they're doing to us. These criminal warlord, murderers, killers they bring into the country, they have those records, and their nature has not changed. Not only things that they're gonna come and do in the country as they come and live among our people. So our government being threatening by American government president, and then they say, "Oh, we're gonna cancel your aid that we give you. We're gonna cancel your visas," and those things are illegally. And then they're using the law, the accord, to approve that it's okay for the president to sign and take criminals to South Sudan. And I'm like, what's going on, my brothers and sisters? Are we that so stupid enough to not understand simple things like that as people? First of all, if someone is coming to you through violence, threatening you to take things that are not good, that was the first thing that they should have done away with. Cut these people off. Doesn't matter if those people who are in America can come back to our homeland. They don't have criminals. They don't have anything, and our South Sudan government can take care of them just like they're taking care of these criminals right now. They can take care of our citizens who are deported by American, thinking that because those people have not done wrong there, they don't have criminal record, they don't have anything. So if they decide to cancel their visas, it's okay for our government to take them back home because they are their people. Feed them, let them be good citizens. But it's vice versa right now. They're taking in criminal, and the criminal are the one that going getting taken care by the government of South Sudan. Criminals, killers, warlords, drug lords, through threatening of our government, through violation of our sovereignty, through manipulation of laws, they're using American court to like the one deciding our fate, our decisions. That's a violation of our sovereignty, especially our sovereignty law. Our court of law is the one should be deciding that American as a country is allowed to bring in its criminals or whatever they want to bring in. Our law are the one that should do that, our lawmakers, not American lawmakers. That's a violation of our sovereignty as people. They violated our president, intimidate him, make him silent. Now they came into our laws. They manipulate our laws. They violate our sovereignty as people. And we just keeping quiet with it. No one is making noise. I see people just like, oh, criminal. No one want to talk about, you know, the process of how these people are getting through. It's a bad process. Intimidating the presidents of a nation, threatening him, I'm gonna cancel your visas, your citizen visas. I'm gonna take away your aid that I help you with if you don't take in our criminals. These criminals, the country of origin where they were born, some are from South America, some are like from Asia, like Vietnam, Cambodia, Venezuela. They're not taking them in. They're refusing their own citizen. And then here you have South Sudan being forced to take them. If their origin countries are not taking them, why don't America, they're citizens of America, these criminals, let them rot there in the prisons instead of bringing them into another people land through threatening, through violations of our laws, intimidation, bribery, manipulation. This is how they're doing it. This is how America is doing it to South Sudan. Because they know we are new, we are weak, we don't have anything to protect ourselves. And it's our people that are showing that weakness. Our president is the one showing that weakness. Our ministers are the one that showing that weakness. Our lawmakers are the one that showing America can do anything they want to do to South Sudan. Because they don't want to stand up and say, oh no, we don't need your money. We don't need your whatever you're saying, criminals. Just like the Nigerian did it, just like the South African did, just like many other countries in Africa are refusing America to bring in their criminals, to deport their criminals to South Africa and Nigeria and even Ghana and other countries that they have tried. So why are we being intimidated into this kind of thing, my brothers and sisters? It's evil. It's a violation of our sovereignty as people. It's a violation of our laws because they're using intimidation, they're using manipulation, they're using bribery to let our presidents and let our MPs and let our court of laws accept these way because they're intimidating our president that if you don't accept this criminal, we will cut off your money that we give you, and we will cut off your citizens. You're not going to travel to America, and people who in America, they're going to be cut off, visa canceled. Then they like, oh, okay, let's bring those criminals. Instead, tell them cut our visas and let those good citizens of South Sudan come into South Sudan. Feed them, take care of them, just like you're taking care of these criminals. Because these criminals, what are they coming to do in our country in years to come? You will see it. I will see it. They're not just coming to just live as normal people. No, they're coming to do evil things. These criminals, the warlords, the murderers, the killers, that drug lord, they have done all these evil things. That's why they were put in prison by America, because they have killed people. They use gun to kill people. They use drugs. They use money, everything. Now they're coming to South Sudan to do, they're coming to do the same things that they were put into prison in the first place. They're coming to train young people to be drug dealers, to be killers. These people. That's why America is shipping them there, because they want to bring that culture to South Sudan, culture of killing people, culture of drugs. And it's not only that culture, there's a culture in prisons, where prisons, they have like gay and lesbian, gay marriage and lesbian in prison. That's what they practice in prison. That's what these people is going to bring into our society. They're going to make a young man to be gay. They're going to make young women to be lesbians. They're going to practice those cultures, those lifestyle in our country. That's what these criminals are bringing. It's not only the criminal practices of killing, of drugs, of whatever they can do. It's also the lifestyle they're coming to come and teach, because they're going to live among us. They're going to come and teach our people the lifestyle that they used to live in prison, which is gay, where men and men sleep with men, women and women sleep with women. That's why they're gonna come and live with us with this kind of lifestyle. It's evil. In America, it's they practice it. All over the world, they practice it. That gay and lesbian things. Now they're bringing into our country that lifestyle, gun violence. These criminals right now, the Americans are bringing them in to train young people. You have already seen it, the gangs that are there. It's South Sudan in Juba. These young people, gangs, killing people. Now these people are coming into, they're gonna come and make them their bosses. The American will give them money, come and organize, gang organization. And they're gonna start, training these young people, youngsters with gang violence. Just what you see in America, gang violence. These are the people that do them in America. These criminals that have been deported to South Sudan. That's their lifestyle. Gang violence, killing people, drugs. So these criminals are gonna come into South Sudan. They're gonna build like a criminal organizations where they have money and guns and they teach our young people. That's the lifestyle they're gonna come and do because they're already criminals. That's their life that they were caught up and put in prisons in America. That's what they're gonna come and practice in South Sudan. These criminals, the life of criminal gangs. They're gonna come and organize. The American will give them money, government, and those money they're gonna be paying our young people. They go and give them guns. Now it become a powerful. Those small gang that you see in Juba, they're gonna be more powerful. They're gonna give them money and more more gun, and they're gonna be terrorizing people, killing people on the streets, like you see in America. That's a gun violence. That's what they're bringing these people, my brothers and sisters. Violence, killing, murdering. Not only that, they're gonna be shipping drugs to these people because that's how they do business, criminal business. So they ship drugs, they come and sell them on the street, carrying guns and killing each other, drugs. So it's gonna be a big thing. These things, small things you're seeing with our youngsters in Juba, is gonna grow and grow. That's why they're shipping these people to come and help them, train them, be their bosses. These criminal you guys are saying being bring into South Sudan. Because America and anybody in the world that you see, violence is how they live. They want us to live in violence. They don't want us to live in peace. So they're training our young people with these things. That's what is going on, my brothers and sisters. That's why I say to you before. It's not only that you got to see at what is coming in the future with these criminals that have been placed among us. Their nature, whatever they're coming to do, their lifestyle of lesbians and gay and all these things that they do in prison, the organized gang, how they organize themselves, sell drugs and money and guns and killing, as you all see in America. That's what is America bringing into us as people, in the name of like, uh, you know, we have your people. There's like the South Sudanese who are in America. We've been helping South Sudan with money. But I'm like, you can't be rewarding us with evil things as people. Why don't we ship? The question is, I keep asking myself, why don't we ship our criminal to America? And is there a day that America is gonna accept our criminal to be deported to America? No, that country is a sovereign country. Just like us, as Sudanese, we are sovereign nation. We are sovereign country. We are recognized in the world. If it was just a small town in a small village, and we don't have, it's like an island, we don't have anything recognized, we be shut up, because we're not a sovereign nation, but we are a sovereign country. We have laws that govern our country. We have army, we have military, we have, although we are growing, we started small and we're still growing. But it's of nobody to be allowed into to tamper with our sovereignty, to embarrass our president, to intimidate it, our people, to manipulate our laws. They're acting like we are their children. So in a sense, like, you can see how their court is acting, how their judges are acting. They're the one that making decision on our behalf. It's like the American court has approved the Donald Trump, which is the American president, to deport criminal to South Sudan. Can you see that there's something wrong in that? They're the one that are making our decision, our law decisions, our court decisions. Yet we are a sovereign nation. We have our own laws and our own lawmakers that court. Our court, our lawmakers should be the one that deciding if the America should be allowed to bring in the criminal to our country, not the other way, not the American deciding for us. So you see, there's something wrong with it in the beginning. Not only the intimidating our presidents and intimidating our citizens to cut them off their visas and to cut our the aid that they give the president, which they did. They embarrassed us on the world stage a couple of months ago, and we all thought that it was going to stop on that end, but it didn't stop on embarrassing our president, on embarrassing us as a citizens all over the world. It went on to our law. It's embarrassing our sovereignty as a people, manipulating our law. They're sitting on top of us, that they are the one making decision on us with their judges and their courts, saying like they're the one that approve it. Should be us, South Sudanese court and South Sudanese law, approving the American if we should allow them to come in with their criminals, not the other way. So can you see, my brothers and sisters, there's something wrong here? It's evil, it's wicked. They know it. But they're using intimidation, manipulation, they're using, laws to embarrass us, to impeach on our sovereignty as people. And we just keeping quiet, just like our president was keeping quiet when he was embarrassed on the world stage and when we were embarrassed as citizens on the world stage. They say, we're gonna cut off your aid, Mr. President, if you don't, we're gonna cut off your money if you don't accept this thing. And we were intimidated. They say, we're gonna tell our citizen, if you got accepted this criminal, we're gonna cut your visas. And we were shut off. And then they bring in Vietnamese and Cambodian, non-South Sudanese people, criminals. If you remember, their country of origins are rejecting those people. Remember, America is rejecting them. Why we South Sudanese the one be taking them in? They're too bad for their own people. They're too bad for American. Why are we coming to take them in as people? Which country is better in terms of living? It's America. If America see them a bad thing for them, why shouldn't we see them they are bad people for the us? But because we're so ignorant, we don't understand these consequences that are going to come, that are coming with these people. They're criminals. So, my brothers and sisters, using intimidations and manipulations of our sovereignty, of our laws, it's really a bad thing. It doesn't look good on us as people. Embarrassing our presidents, embarrassing our citizens all over the world, and now they embarrassing our laws, our sovereignty. Instead of us stand up as people, we stand up to our enemy for so long, brothers and sisters. Why would we become to bow down to these ignorant people, people who haven't fought war with us? We have fought wars with people. We triumphed. We win wars. We have cut off British. We have cut off Arabs. Who are they, the American, to come and intimidate us with things? Why shouldn't we stand up, brothers and sisters, for our dignity as people, including our president, for sovereignty as a nation, as a country? Let's show them like how Nigerians are showing them. Let's show them how like South Africans are showing them. Let's show them how other like Ghanaians, like other African nations are showing them that say, no, we don't need your criminal. We don't need your dirty people. This South Sudan is not a dumping place. Why shouldn't we show American that? And then they come. If they want to come and fight war with us, we fight like we fight all British. British used to come with plane, airplane, and bomb our places, kill off people. We fight them off. We kill, and we stand on our feet. Our forefathers fought those wars. If you don't know history, then we came and fight off Arabs. The war that took us 41 years. It's not 21 years. It's 42 years that it took us to fight off Arabs. And we fought off British before for nearly 40 years even, if you don't know that history. So who are they, American, to come and intimidate us and embarrass us? We have come onto the world stage. We're not like a small village. We're not like a small highland. Oh, we have laws, we have sovereignty, we have people. This is our dignity. This is our sovereignty as people, my brothers and sisters. America is not that powerful the way you think, people. They just talk and talk and talk. It's talking only. They have never been into a war like a real war. Those small things that you see them bringing on the television and saying they have gone to a country and they're like invaded and these and these. They're not wars. They don't go and fight wars. Those are like occupation. They go and occupy the place. A small place. It's not the whole country even that they'll go and occupy it. It's just a small city, and then they build things in there, and like they invaded a country. They didn't invade any country. They just like occupied a small city. They make noise, a lot of noise. So they're not powerful the way you think so. So my brothers and sisters, this issue of deporting criminal to our nation as a country, it have to stop. It has to stop, and it has to begin with our president not accepting bribery, money. because they are being bribed. Our president is being bribed to shut off. They begin giving money to shut off. The same thing with the MPs and all these people. It's like, don't say anything. We are your bosses. We run the world. That's how America portray itself. Like we are powerful and this and this. They're not. And it's embarrassing to our president. It's embarrassing to us as people, us as Sudanese. It's our dignity. If they want to cut off our aid, we well enough. We have a lot of money in the country, my brothers and sisters. I don't know why we go begging for people. We have enough money. It's not when we like during the wartime. This time now we have our own money. We can survive by our own self. We don't need American money. So these criminal, my brothers and sisters, are really dangerous to our people. They're coming in to train our young people to live this criminal life that I keep telling you. They're gonna come and this lifestyle that you see in America of gang violence is what they're bringing into our country as people. They're coming with money. The American government, the American embassy that you see in South Sudan, there is responsible of those things. They're gonna give them money, bring in drugs, and organize gang. These small gangs that you see now, they're going to grow into big gangs, groups, organizations. And next thing you see, you're going to be seeing our young people terrorizing people, killing people off on the streets. Violent, my brothers and sisters. It's not a good thing. That's what America is bringing with these criminals. So why can't we stand up and let us say, we don't need your people. We don't need your criminals. Just like the South Africans are doing the Nigeria. That's what I want to touch base on that part, my brothers and sisters, to do with South Sudan and America and what is going on. We need to understand this thing clearly. The consequences that are going to come, the process that they're doing, the violations of our people, their dignity, the violation of our country, sovereignty, the violations of our laws, and the consequences of this thing that these criminals are going to live among us. They're bringing these evil lifestyles of gay, because that's what they practice in prisons. They're going to come and train our young people to be gay. And then gangs, killing people off on the streets, and then they're bringing in drugs and money. Dirty money and dirty drugs and dirty lifestyle. That's what they're bringing these people. And we should be saying no to this kind of thing. Stand up and say no to America. Because if they don't want that, then why should we need that? It's people. Simple logic. It's a simple logic, my brothers and sisters. I'll leave that on that note. The second thing I wanted to touch base on is, as you can see underneath here, I wanted to talk a little bit about it's the same thing how America and the European nations are terrorizing the world, the war they're creating. They go on the TV and they talk these and these and these, but the reality is, my brothers and sisters, you need to understand these people, their propagandas, their lies. They create this war as a business. They make gun. If you go to America, they have like what we call gun industrial complex. It's a business, huge business that they make guns and sell them all over the world. They create countries to terrorize people, native people, create wars. They live through violence, violence and violence. The history of Americas and all these European people that go all over the world is war. The war that happening in Israel and Palestine, you gotta understand what is going on there. It's a business, it's a war. The European need that land because they have minerals. Why do you think that Israel is powerful in technology and all these things, weaponries, and America as well? Is because the soil, the land that they dig, they dig rocks and mineral to go and make those guns and technology things. That's why they go, if they see that land have rock, they're going to kill up people in that land and take over the land. They have done that in Australia. They have done that in South Africa. They have done that in Congo. They have done that in Israel. They have done that Israel, which is the Palestine land. They have done that in Russia, in Ukraine, killing people off. So if you see the war between Ukraine and Russia, the war between Israel and Palestine, the war between America is starting a new war now. They have finished that war they did with Afghanistan. So now they're looking for a new place to go and create a war, which is Iran. So it's America and Iran, Israel and Palestine. And then you have Russia and Ukraine. And then you have Congo and Rwanda and Uganda. That's a British war. So the British with the Rwanda fighting Congo, being backed up by Uganda and Kenya. You have the Ethiopia and Sudan war, Sudan and Arabs war, and then Ethiopia war. So you see these old wars. They are American, British, all these European countries are the one creating this war, killing people off. There's no other nation like a lot of Asians or African that you see creating this war. It's only the Caucasian, it's only these people, European people, that goes into the world and kill off things, killing people, my brothers and sisters. They make guns. So you're gonna understand this culture of violence. And then they come into your TVs, into your television, and they come and make propaganda, confusing you like who is who. But they're all the same people going into different land, killing people off. They make their own guns. They sell to each other. The American making guns, they sell to Israel. They sell to, the British colonies, which is Rwanda, and, kill off Congolese, kill off everybody in Palestine land, kill off anything around the world. So the issue is this, is you keep supporting these people that keep doing evil things because that's how they come and pretend to you that they're actually not doing the wrong thing. So it's like, oh, the Israel and the Palestine, they make you emotionally and confused and not understanding the truth in it. Hey, the Russia and Ukraine, they don't want you to understand what is going on. Hey, Congo and Rwanda, they don't want you to understand what's going on. Hey, South Africa, they don't want you to understand. It's Sudan, they don't want you to understand. Ethiopia, there's a war in Ethiopia that it's been going on for nearly 6 years now. And you people know nothing about it. The Eritrea and the Ethiopians are actually fighting on one of the tribes in Ethiopia, and they're killing them off really badly. And you have that war in Sudan. Who is funding them? Who is giving them money, these people to kill off? Who is giving them guns? If you ask yourself, if you go to Africa, in Congo, in Rwanda, or like in Ethiopia, in Sudan, where these war are happening right now, they're active. Even in South Sudan and in Uganda, these are war places. If you ask yourself, these people who live there, who kill each other, where do they get the guns? None of these people make guns. They don't know how to make guns. None of these people, they don't know how to make money. The British print money, the American make guns. They bring to these people, kill them off. They kill each other. Because they don't want you to live as people. They leave their countries and they come and create war among you, kill you off. And if you don't understand those kind of things and you support them, you see them, they're good people. Like right now, everybody love Israel and everybody love America and British and all these people. Like, but what you don't understand with them is these people, they evil in nature. You got to see through them, what they're actually doing, and stop supporting their evil things. So understanding the world affairs, my brothers, is another thing as we people need to educate ourselves. Don't be manipulated. Don't be. There's a lot of lies and deceptions that you gotta filter. You gotta go through, see things through, because these people are wicked, evils. They create wars. They create. It's not only wars that they kill things off. They create chemical foods and chemical, toxic things everywhere you see around, killing things off. If you understand the war that happening in Israel right now, Israel, Israel, the country you guys think that is called Israel, was created in 1948. Who do you think that created it? Was created by British. You remember that time the British was going all over the world and killing people off and taking the lands. They call it colonization. And then people were fighting them off. They start telling people, oh, okay, we give you independence, we give you this land, but we will keep another land for us. That's how the lands of Israel was created by the British through an agreement with the people of Palestine. If you That's history. That's history is the one that actually repeated itself, not repeated itself, but happened in a place called Hong Kong. If you know Hong Kong, there's a treaty of Hong Kong between China and the British. If you don't know that history, read that history properly. It is the same treaty with what happened in South Africa as well, and in Congo with the Belgians. This treaty that the British did with the Palestinian people in a Palestinian land was what ended up to be what we call today Israel. Because when the British went into the Palestinian land and they tried to conquer them, they tried to control the lands and enslave people, kill off people, they didn't succeed. Just what they did to us, South Sudanese as well. They didn't succeed. So they came to their senses and say, okay, let's make an agreement with these people. We keep a portion of land as a lease. Back in the day, they call leasing the land. And then after certain years, they will give it back to the native. The same thing happened in what we call Hong Kong. If you know that history of Hong Kong between China and the British, it's the same thing that happened in the Palestine. They went there, tried to kill off people in the Palestine land. They didn't succeed. So they try to make a peace with them. They say, okay, this let us lease a portion of land that we've been in right now, and then we will give you it to you back in a certain number of years. So the Palestinians say, okay, it's okay. Those people who did that were actually the British. Google it. You will see the Treaty of Palestine land. You will see before 1948 how it was they set it up with the British. It was a lease land. The British leased it from the Palestinian people for some certain of years. They say we after it finished, we will give it back to you. So the Palestinians say, all right. They didn't know the tricks hard that the British were going to play on them. So the British went and make an agreement with the Germany and say, look, there's a land here. We need people to come and live here, build our system and these and these. So the Germans say, okay. That's how they created a war in Germany to let people migrate to the Palestinian land. That they have an agreement with the Palestinian people. So the war that you people think that was created by Hitler was the British who created it. So let people migrate on that note. So when they kill off people in Germany, they bring people to Israel, the Germany, and then they created that land that they were leasing from the Palestinian to be a land of migrants. They bring these migrants, the Germany migrants, the British. And so after a long time of a period, these people have been staying in that land. They start claiming that it is their land, the Germany. So you know the story. It's not a hazy story, my brothers and sisters. It's the same story that they have done it all over the world. They have done it in Hong Kong. They have done it in Nairobi. They've done it in South Africa. This British, they go and try to fight off people. They don't get what they need. They make a treaty to lease a land, divided that land. So the Germany were brought there as people, as migrants to come and occupy the land that the British has leased from the Palestinian people. Because the British need people to come and work the land, build their system and all that. That's just how they did it everywhere. So that's how the Israel was created. They give themselves a name, they created, they build the system, and all over the time as it grow through violence. Because after the treaty has finished, the Palestinian were saying, okay, now your leasing your renting has finished. Give us our land back, the agreement that you did. The British and the occupiers, the Germans are saying, no, 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 this is our land now. That's how the Israel that you know today was created, my brothers and sisters. But they didn't only do that. They did it even in America, what you call United States of America now, USA. They did it in Canada. They did it in Australia. They did it in South Africa. They did it in Congo. That's how they went on and created what they call colonies. So the war that you see in Israel and Palestinian today is a war that is started when the British told the Palestinian, just like they told the Hong Kong, the Chinese, that we will give back Hong Kong to you after we have leased it for 90 years. That's what they tell the Palestinian, that we will lease this land for 90 years. And when the 90 years or like 30 years finish, we will give back to you. But after it's finished, the Palestinians start asking for their land. The British and the Germany that they bring in as migrant to come and work the land system and everything, they start fighting back. That's how the war began, my brothers and sisters. And here they come and say, "Oh, it's our land," killing people up. And you have sympathy for them, but you don't know the history and the truth of how this thing got itself into. The British was the one that created this treaty with the Palestinian. Then they went and bringing the migrant from Germany. They created a war in Germany, bringing so people can flee that place, come into the land of Palestinian, that they have a treaty with the Palestinian people. And after their time is finished, the Palestinians start asking for their land back, and they say no. That's how the war began. These migrants that they bring into the land and start fighting the native because the British started it. The same thing they did if you know the history of Hong Kong. Hong Kong right now is a separate state from the mainland China because of that. They read the Treaty of Hong Kong, the British, because they went into the China land, just like they went to the Palestinian land, tried to kill off the Chinese. The Chinese was too strong for them. They're like, okay, let's has this land. And then they start bringing in other Asian into that land, what we call Hong Kong. They build it. After they make a treaty, the Chinese were too strong on that. That's why you didn't see the war. The British actually become afraid to make war. But you see the war of Hong Kong even recently. So look at the Treaty of Hong Kong and look at the Treaty of Palestinian between the Chinese and the British on the Hong Kong Treaty, and between the Palestinians and the British on the Palestinian Treaty. That's how the Israel was created, and that's how the Hong Kong was created. But if you don't understand the history, you'll be like lie to and deceive and thinking like the Israel is the Israel. No, it's a colony of British. Just like the Hong Kong is a colony of British. Just like they have other colonies like Kenya, like Congo, like South Africa. These are colonies, they created them through treaties, my brothers and sisters. So that's the war that you're saying in Palestinian today. It's a war between the British and the Palestinian people. They're just using the people that they brought into the land to fight their war. But originally it was like the British that created the war, just like they created the war in China about Hong Kong. That's why you need to understand Israel is just like Hong Kong. There's a war looming right now in China between China and the British, supported by America because of that. Because the Chinese want to take Hong Kong and make it like the mainland Hong Kong to be one full country, but the British don't want Hong Kong to be. So there's a war because the treaty has finished. 90 years has finished of leasing Hong Kong. So the Chinese want to kick them out, but they don't want to. Just like the lease time of 30 years with the Palestinian finish, the Palestinian want to kick the British out. It's like, no, no, no. They start a war. And the people who have been in the land start the war, who are where the Germans, whom we call the Israel. So if you understand that context, my brothers and sisters, then you will understand uh, how these people are chaotic and wars and things. Understanding the world's affairs is really important for your knowledge, for your information. The history of Hong Kong and the history of Israel created by the British Empire, because the British Empire, when it was crumbling, losing its powers, instead it went into creating colonies all over the world so it can control those colonies. Just like how they created Hong Kong. If you know, Hong Kong treaty between British and China is the same with what the land we call Israel today, the Israel treaty between British and the Palestinian people. So the war of Israel is just like a war of Hong Kong. The war of Hong Kong is a silent war, is an economic war, but the war of Israel is a physical war. That's the only difference. Both were created by British, 1948. The other one was created in 1940s, I believe, or 1950s, the war. So it's of no different. These things you're seeing, it's the lies and deception. It's what you need to get yourself out of them, my brothers and sisters. No, history. History is a good thing. Teach people. So understanding these wars, my brothers and sisters, will let you stop supporting these evil things that these evil people do. And they come and lie to you. On that note, I will leave it. My time is up. I run a program on a 1 hour. Let's be vigilant, my brothers and sisters. Let's stand up for our land, just like our forefathers and our fathers stand up on people who come to try and destroy us as people, as Sudanese. Now, we have to stand up for our dignity. We have to stand up for our laws, our sovereignty. We have to stand up for our country. Let nobody in the world think that we are people need to be intimidated. We are people need to be manipulated. We are people need to be tampered with or treated like children, because what America is doing right now with deporting their criminal to South Sudan, they're treating us as children. They're treating us like we're nobodies, like we're not a country, like we are an island, like we are a town or a village. Let them see through that. Let us make noise to them. Let us stand up through our laws, through our president. Let us push our presidents and our MPs and our lawmakers to stand up for our country image, to stand up for our country sovereignty, for our country laws. Let nobody, including America, think that they can play with our image. They can play with our laws, with our courts, with our sovereignty as people. Bringing in criminal will create a lot of problem in our country as time comes. It will create criminals themselves, people who are going to be warlord, people who are going to be drugs lord, killers, gangs. As you see in America, that's their lifestyle. They want to bring that into us. We need to stand up to them, our brothers and sisters. We need to say no to these people. These people. If it be a war of word, let it be a war of word. If it be a war of physical, let it be a war of physical. We stand up for our sovereignty, just like our forefathers stand up for their right. Our fathers fight them off. Our forefathers fight the British. They succeed. That's why we're here. Our fathers fight Arabs. That's why we're here. So who are they? These people, American. Let us stand up for our sovereignty, for our nation, for our dignity. Let's make noise to our president and say to him, it's not okay for you to be embarrassed on the world stage. It's not okay for us as South Sudanese citizens to be embarrassed on the world stage. It's not okay for our country, our sovereignty, to be embarrassed on the world stage. Let's protect ourselves. Let's protect our country. Let it be a word. Let it be a power protection. Let us not be intimidated or manipulated or looked down or sees as we children. No, because this deportation of criminal, that is stop. Let's refuse, let's say no, just like the South Africans say no, just like the Nigerians say no. Let's say no to them. We don't need criminals. Let them deport our good citizens. Let them bring their good citizen. If that's the case, they want to. That's okay. We will be okay. Just like when our people went to their country, we were good. We took our good people to their country. So why can't they do that? There's no one time we ever took criminals to America, and they will not have been accepted. So why are they doing that to us? We don't need criminals. People who are going to come and teach our young people evil lifestyle, life of gang, life of gay marriage. That's what they practice in American prisons. Men and men marry each other. Life of drugs, of alcohol, life of gun violence, gun killing on the street. That's what these people are bringing into our country. They're coming with money, they're coming with drugs. The American government is supporting them. They're going to come and organize these gang groups in South Sudan, pay them money, whatever they need, drugs. Our streets and our communities and our places will be violent in years to come, my brothers and sisters. This is what they are actually doing. That's why they're bringing in these criminals. So you should be careful. I should be careful. The whole nation should be careful with what America is doing. Let's say no. Doesn't matter if they cut off our aids, our money, they cut off our citizenship, they cut off anything. We got to stand up on our 2 feet as well. That's what we need. We already have money in the country. Let's use those money wisely too. I'll leave that on that note, my brothers and sisters. Let's stand up for our dignity, for our sovereignty as people. I hope God will bless you all wherever you all are in the world as South Sudanese. My prayers and my joy and my happiness are with you guys. Let's protect our home. Let's build it. Let's build our people in a good way. Let's build our system in a good way. Let's build our places in a good way. That way we live righteously. That way we live for what our forefathers sacrificed themselves for. That way we live for what our fathers sacrificed themselves. They sacrificed themselves for our freedom, for our sovereignty, for our dignity, to be people in the world that can be respected, that can live a good life. That's the reason they sacrifice themselves. That's the reason we need to sacrifice ourselves as this generation, for our goodness, for our freedom, for our sovereignty, for our righteousness. Let's stand up for that. Anybody bringing evil things to us, let's cut them off. Let's stand on our feet, protect ourselves. Let's say no to America deporting these toxic and evil things to us. We don't want to be friends to evil people. They want to make friendship, let them do it in a good way, not in an evil way. They try to make us like a colony, like their colony, but we say no. Just like the British is making Uganda and Kenya and Rwanda as a colony. So we have a master that we answer to. That's what they're doing. They're acting like they're our masters. The Americans are acting like our masters through life. That's why they embarrass us on the world stage, our citizens and our president. They're acting like our masters. That's why they embarrass our law, our sovereignty. That's why they approve their laws in America instead of us South Sudanese approving our law in our court. Who should we, bring in as people? They're acting like our masters. We say no. We don't need masters. We cut off British. We cut off Arabs. Why are we gonna come and bow down to somebody? No, not America. That's how they're acting. They're acting like our masters. How another country is gonna act on other country as a master? We are a country like them. That's what you need to understand, my brother and sister. They're acting like they are our masters. America is not our master. Maybe God can be our master because God is the one that created us, give us all these things. Maybe, but He's not even acting like our master. God is not even acting like our master. He's acting like our friend, like our creator. He's not our master to slave us, to impose things on us and control us. So why America, just somebody like you, want to come and do these things to you? God Himself is not doing those kind of things to you. God who created you is not acting like a master to you. Or so need to understand that these people, their nature, they're acting like a masters. We don't need a master. No, we say no to these people. They're not our masters lively, like how we living. They're not our masters in the law, like our sovereignty. That's they're acting like our master sovereignty, law living. That's why they go and make decision laws on our behalf in America, in American court. They don't see our courts and our laws are important for us to make decisions. So they're acting like our masters. It's like, no, that's how the British came. That's how the Arabs came. And our forefathers say, no, we don't want you to be our masters. Our, our fathers say to Arab, we don't want you to be our masters. The same thing as this generation, we're going to say to these rubbish people in the world, the Americans and whoever that's coming with them, that we are not going to bow down to you. They're not our masters. Just like our forefathers say to British, you're not our masters. They fight them off. They succeed. The same thing with our fathers. They fight Arab off and they succeed. They say, no, we don't want you to be our master. The same thing we're going to say to these people. We are a sovereign nation. We are independent country. We have our laws and we are recognized in the world as a country. Nobody is our master. If we want to make somebody to be our master, it's only going to be God. And God even is not acting like our master. He's not in control of us. He's not telling us do this or do this. He's not even giving us evil things. So who are they, American, to come and give us evil things and act like they are in control of us? They are, they are our masters. No, that's what you need to understand, my brothers and sisters. America is acting like they are our masters. They are not our masters. Need to get that point. Let's stand up on these things as a sovereign people, as a sovereign nation. I'll leave you guys on that note. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your time. I appreciate you. Uh, if you have anything, an idea, communicate it to me. This is my TV streaming channels. You can reach me on my other platforms such as Facebook, got social media platform that I use on my media. I got my website as well. You can reach me through. Uh, I got uh, other TVs that I run as well that you can reach me through there. Building South Sudan, my brothers and sisters, is what I was talking today. And on that note, I'll leave you guys. God bless you go all wherever you all are. My name is Dr. Riak. God bless you all.